What is up, everybody? Happy Friday. It is July 25th, 2025. How y'all doing today? I hope you're having a great week so far, and hopefully you're not scared from this little dip going on in the crypto space right now. Bitcoin is currently at $115,754. So what is going on with this dip right now? Like, you should be definitely buying the dip, but I believe this is really just because the people were hoping for a federal rate cut, but those kinds are like the idea is kind of diminishing. It's like it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. So usually when the rates do get cut, Bitcoin goes with it because it's sees as a less of a likely risky investment. The rates for their loan or borrowing against it, or to borrow money to get an asset, everything goes lower. So because this decision is like kind of going away, this is why we're seeing the price kind of dip. But hey, we still have at least 35 public companies who now hold over 1,000 Bitcoin on their balance sheets, and they're long-term holders. They're not going to be giving it up. So we got that news today, but we also share with you that little minute video of Trump and Jerome Powell underneath the they're doing an upgrade to a building, but it's kind of comical when I saw it. I saw it on Ivan on Tech this morning. I was like, okay, I got to share this on my channel too, because it felt like it was from The Office. Like, you see Trump going to this building, upgrade went from 2.7 to 3.9, then you get Jerome Powell just going just sitting next to it. It's hilarious. So let's play this quick little short video of the little meeting right now. But yeah, hilarious. Watch it.
See the overruns of the expenses, wanting to figure out why.
So we're taking a look, and it looks like it's about 3.1 billion. Went up a little bit, or a lot. So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah, I haven't heard that from anybody at the Fed.
It just came out.
I understand about 3.1 as well.
3.1.
3.2.
This came from us.
Yes.
See right there, he didn't even know. It's like, wait, so he kind of had this news before, but his head just turns like, what?
You just
He's like,
added in a third building. So that's a third building.
But it's a building that's being built.
And it was built 5 years ago. We finished more than 5 years ago.
It's part of the overall work.
It's
So,
not new.
So we're going to take a look. We're going to see what's happening, and it's got a long way. Do you expect any more additional cost overruns?
Don't expect them. We're ready for them, but we have a little bit of a reserve that we may use. But no, we don't. We expect to be finished in 2027. We're well along, as you can see.
Nice to take these off every once in a while when we're not under too much danger. So, any questions?
We're not under too much danger, right? That's hilarious because they're in the Federal Bureau building. So it's let's take this hard hat. We don't need to be afraid of him anymore, right? But they didn't showcase it in this ad. When they started answering questions out there, one of the questionnaires, people are going, Trump, is there anything Jerome Powell can say right now that would make you ease off a little bit? And he just went well, I would love for him to cut interest rates. And they both started laughing. He tapped Jerome Powell on the shoulder, and they were both chuckling. He's like, yeah, they're still doing a great job. So that was pretty funny. But no, because of that, we just got up with this full interview. We just saw that interest rates are not going to be cut anytime soon. So that's kind of why the price dipped. But again, hey, we still have at least 35 companies holding Bitcoin. Let's dive into the news on this article right now, just to see, don't be afraid, buy this dip right now, because Bitcoin's still going to keep going up. But let's go through this article right now. So analysts expect a pivotal stretch in the crypto markets as institutional appetite and open interest are still at peak levels. So yeah, there's no stopping. Companies are still buying more Bitcoin. The corporate adoption of a Bitcoin is accelerating, with 35 publicly traded companies now holding at least 1,000 Bitcoin, each signaling growing institutional interest in the world's largest cryptocurrency. Now, demand for Bitcoin is soaring among public companies for months after U.S. President Donald Trump's executive order outlined the creation of a federal Bitcoin reserve for the world's largest economy. Now, according to Chris Culper, Vice President of Research at Fidelity's digital assets, at least 35 public companies have now surpassed 1,000 Bitcoin in holdings on their balance sheets. Now, that's worth more than $116 billion at the time of writing, but up from 24 companies at the end of quarter one. So yeah, we definitely increased it by 11. Now, the growing Bitcoin holding companies also signal a notable increase in Bitcoin exposure, said Culper in a Thursday X post. Bitcoin purchases become more widely distributed across public companies rather than concentrated among a few large buyers, he added. Now here's just a chart graph of just companies slowly acquiring like at least 1,000 Bitcoin. So like back starting from Q2 2018 all the way up to Q1 2020, there was maybe only just one company right here like holding at least 1,000 Bitcoin. And then Q2 hit, we see a little bit of rise. So, like people are getting interested. And like this is around the time Saylor was getting involved too, just continuously buying Bitcoin. And that just continues on, the trend just goes. And now we're at Q3 right now. And like we're at an all-time high of just companies like acquiring Bitcoin. And again, it's not going to stop until at least Bitcoin runs out. Again, there's only 21 million. So it's like if the ones that are getting in now will benefit well off in the future. So that's why you guys should get involved too. Don't let these guys just take all the benefits. Grab some of it for yourself too. But Fidelity's data was published shortly after Bitcoin flipped Amazon's $2.3 trillion market capitalization to become the world's 5th largest asset by total valuation, Cointelegraph reported on July 14th. Now, following the new wave of institutional buying, over 278 public entities are now holding Bitcoin. That's up from 124 just weeks ago, according to the Bitcoin Treasury. So yeah, it's just 35 of these guys are holding 1,000, but there's still 278 public companies holding onto Bitcoin. Now, the U.S. leads all the countries with 94 public entities holding Bitcoin, followed by Canada with 40 and the U.K. with 19 public Bitcoin holding entities. Now, Bitcoin's or the corporate Bitcoin investments have risen 35% in Q3. Now, the growing institutional accumulation saw total Bitcoin purchases increase 35% quarter on quarter from 99,857 Bitcoin in the first quarter of 2025 to 134,456 Bitcoin in the second quarter. So again, this is increasing. Not only did the total purchase increase from Q1 to Q2 of 2025, but there are still a lot of more companies doing the buying, said Fidelity's keeper. Now, Bitcoin's open interest, which is near record levels, also points to growing institutional engagement, according to Lila Kauchev, dispatch analysis at the digital asset platform Nexo. Now, open interest in Bitcoin futures still remains elevated above $45 billion, just shy of its historic peak, pointing to continued institutional engagement and speculative leverage. Now, the analysis told Cointelegraph, adding that the short-term trend still remains sideways, but positions suggest markets are bracing for a pivotal stretch. So, yeah, just a little news article saying, yeah, don't be afraid, guys. Like, don't think like all these big guys are selling it. They're still acquiring Bitcoin. So, again, like, who did actually move it? Was it BlackRock moved actually like also $500 billion or 500 million? I'm not exactly sure. I know as I was browsing these news articles, I saw that. So outside of also like the rate cut, like not really, may not happen. We have that news of just Bitcoin being moved over to exchanges. We kind of saw that with XRP as well. So it was not just Bitcoin taking a little dip, a lot of the other coins as well. But just don't worry, guys. These guys are still going to be acquiring more. We're going to get more companies. So just start trying to get some Bitcoin. You don't need a full Bitcoin. That's the biggest misconception in crypto. If you want to buy $1 worth, $5 worth, $20 worth, go for it, because Bitcoin can be broken apart to 1/100 of a millionth of a coin. So that's like 9 zeros after a decimal point. I think so. I'm not positive. But so it's like you can buy a little bit, just a fraction amount. And again, just take custody of it. Put in your own self-custodial wallet, Exodus, Trezor, MetaMask, Phantom. As long as you hold on to your private keys, you're solid. Just don't leave them on an exchange. And then, yeah, when Bitcoin's completely gobbled up, like those little fractions amount would be worth so much. Like you can probably, who knows what you can do with it. Like I wouldn't sell it. I would probably like there'd be a limited time where you can probably borrow against it and then use that to like invest in another cash flow project. And that way you're just slowly getting yourself out of this rat race everyone's living in right now. And it feels like you can't escape. So Bitcoin can give you some hope for the future. So just start acquiring some. If you need help, join the club. We're here to help you get you started and just on the right path. So yeah, check us out. Go to bitcoinben.io and get more information. Now let's continue on. What else is going around the world? Looks like auction house Christie's is debuting a crypto-only real estate team. So yep, crypto's coming to the real estate market and it's happening fast now. So Christie's, a crypto-forward auction house, has created a team dedicated to facilitating real estate deals that will solely use crypto. So very, very nice. Maybe my first house will be purchase in Bitcoin. But UK auction house Christie is reportedly spinning up a new division to allow crypto to be used for real estate purchases in the firm's latest expansion of digital asset services. Now, Christie's International Real Estate now offers a team of crypto experts, lawyers, and analysts to facilitate transactions where both the property seller and buyers want to work with crypto and not involve banks at all. Now, the New York Times reported this on Thursday, and Christie's International Real Estate CEO, Aaron Kerman, told the Times that he opened the service after the business made a few large real estate sales with crypto. One notable deal being for a $65 million house in Beverly Hills, California, that was purchased using Bitcoin. Was this the, which one was it? Was this Justin Bieber house? I thought he had something to do with like selling a house or buying a house. But it marks Christie's latest crypto-infused service, with the firm having long offered auctions for non-fungible tokens and launching an Ethereum-based auction platform in 2022. Now, Christie's dominates the auction house market alongside Sotheby's, which has similarly embraced NFTs and crypto. Now, Christie's reportedly made $5.7 billion in sales last year, which is a 6% fall compared to 2023, while Sotheby's reportedly raked in $6 billion, down from 23% on the year. Now, crypto can anonymize the ultra-rich's house buys. Kerman said that real estate purchases with crypto are rare, but it's growing as a form of payment among the wealthy, as a way to make their house purchases more anonymous. Now, those with high profiles and ultra-rich rarely buy property in their own name and have long bought homes through companies or trusts to try to obscure the paper trail leading to them. However, internet sleuths can easily tie a company or trust to a celebrity or other high-profile persons. Kerman said that buyers with Christie's are still hiding behind companies, but they're set up to use crypto, making tracing that trail a lot more difficult due to the anonymous nature of blockchains. And again, that's only if your crypto is in your own self-custody wallet. If you're moving it around from your exchange that you bought it on, it's trackable. They do KYC, you know your customer, so they know you bought it if you're moving it from there. But if you have your crypto in your own wallet, it's totally anonymous. So just keep that heads up. But Kerman said that Christie's has been really successful at protecting buyer identity with the homes he'd sold involving crypto, some of which even the seller didn't know the buyer had. Now, $1 billion in real estate is taking crypto. Christie reportedly has a total of $1 billion worth of real estate on offer, where the sellers will take crypto, with multi-million-dollar properties from Los Angeles to Joshua Tree. Now, Chris Hanley, the owner of a Joshua Tree home, he's put up for it nearly $18 million, told the Times that accepting cryptocurrency signals an openness to innovative buyers, some of whom are crypto millionaires and billionaires looking for real-world assets to diversify in. Now, the U.S. to consider crypto and mortgages. Kerman said that he's also discussing with banks for them to start accepting crypto for homes that need financing, and speculated that crypto will be used for more than a third of all residential real estate deals in 5 years. Now, last month, the Federal Housing Financing Agency ordered home mortgages purchasers Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to consider how to count crypto as an asset in their risk assessment for some home loans. Now, the FHFA director, William J. Pult, told Fannie Mae, or the Federal National Mortgage Association, and Freddie Mac that the Federal Home Loan Mortgage Corporation to prepare a proposal for consideration of cryptocurrency as an asset for reserves in their respective single-family mortgage loan risk assessment, with conversions of said cryptocurrencies to US dollars. So there's a lot of booming happening for blockchain and crypto's adoption in the real estate sector. And again, it's not the first time a house has been purchased in Bitcoin, as we know right there. And again, so the auction house Christie is to be an only team. So they really are focusing just like, let's advance this, because there's a lot of people out there in the crypto industry that they've made a lot of money in crypto, but it's not so much in the fiat world. So sometimes if they want to keep their anonymity, like they want to try to find ways to just be able to track this strictly with the crypto. If you have to go back in the cash system, it's like, anonymity kind of goes away. Now I'm going to keep track of, now I'm going to know, or they're going to know that I bought this house or did that. So I'm like seeing the adoption take place. Like we're moving forward to a world where you'll be able to spend crypto on everyday life goods. Like you see it in Steak and Shake and buy your lunches with Bitcoin using the Lightning Network. So you're going to have auction houses. There's some gas stations around here, coffee shops. Some people are already adopting and accepting it and just putting it on their own balance sheets, holding it because they know it's going to grow a lot more than just saving in dollars. So yeah, so definitely this is some great news here, and kind of like in a little reverse on like having like a mortgage backed like crypto loan. Like right now, who knows where the housing market's really going at all right now? Could be going down. So maybe if you have equity in it, you want to just put in Bitcoin as that rises, and that way you have two solid assets now. So let's play a quick little commercial break on one of the programs we offer here at the Crypto Club if you are a member. So here, let's play this quick ad.
In 2008, $7 trillion in home equity disappeared overnight. Millions trusted that their homes would keep them safe. They would be wrong. It takes a lifetime to build wealth, but only a single storm to lose it all. A storm is coming, and only those who prepare will survive. Home to HODL is a brand new program brought to you exclusively by the Bitcoin Bend Crypto Club. It is your ark, your lifeline to safe harbor. Transfer your valuable equity from your home into the soundest money in human history, Bitcoin. During the last financial crisis, homes lost 30% of their value on average, and almost all of the homeowner's equity. Now contrast that to Bitcoin over the past 4 years. It has appreciated over 60% every single year. Home to HODL is your Noah's Ark built for financial survival and growth. Get your home equity transferred into Bitcoin before the storm strikes. We have partnered with leading financial institutions to help you unlock the full power of your home equity at maximum loan to value and the best rates available. If you already have a great low interest home loan, keep it. Simply unlock your trapped wealth in a second position loan. And with our no KYC Bitcoin purchase program, we buy bulk Bitcoin privately and store it in your custody where it belongs. Not with the exchanges, not with the government, and certainly not with the banks that need bailouts themselves. Your equity, your Bitcoin, your keys. I'm Dr. Jay Bose, CEO with Bitcoin Bend Crypto Club. We are your lighthouse to guiding you away from the stormy seas and onto solid ground. Because preserving wealth is not just about survival, it's about protecting your future, your family, your legacy. Home to HODL is a big, bold, and beautiful way to secure your financial future today. Please call us or text us at 941-413-6920, and we will get you started on our exclusive members-only Home to HODL program. The system is fragile. Bitcoin is not.
Yeah, so we have many options and different programs we offer here at the club. But yeah, that home to hodl kind of like, relates to our last article where, some people are going to be buying houses with Bitcoin, but then the vice versa. Like, if you can't sell your house, but you still have equity in it, it's like you want to buy some Bitcoin. So it's like, oh, let me take some of the equity and let me put that into Bitcoin. We can work, and we have teams that can help you out with all that. So yeah, definitely go to this website, bitcoinbend.io, take a look at our programs. If you have more information, give us a call. So yeah, let's continue on with the news. What else is going on around the world? Looks like Vietnam deploys a national blockchain for identity records. Interesting. So I wonder what blockchain they're using. Oh, here it is. Well, Vietnam will use the NDA chain network to power a decentralized identity solution that allows digital contract signing and counterparty verification. Okay. So Vietnam launched a national blockchain platform designed to serve as the backbone for its expanding digital ecosystem. On Friday, Vietnam announced that the state-run blockchain network, which will verify digital transactions and records across different sectors. The new platform, NDA Chain, was developed by the country's National Data Association and will be operated by the Ministry of Public Security's Data Innovation Exploitation Center. So sounds very centralized. But the government said NDA chain will address long-standing challenges of centralized data models, including cyber attack vulnerabilities, scalability, and limited global interaction. Now, here's the NDA chain in the national ecosystem. You got the layer 1, the platform, layer 2 is the system, and layer 3 revolves all the applications can run on. Now, NDA's chain is critical to the local digital economy. Now, Nguyen Hu, the head of technologies at the NDA, said that the blockchain will be a protective layer for the nation's live data, he said. It will also be critical to their digital society and economy. Now, the announcement also said that the blockchain will offer a decentralized layer of trust for the national systems, including e-government, financial healthcare, logistics, and education. However, he has said that the network is not fully decentralized. If you're running it and the government's running it, it kind of sounds like it's centralized. So yeah, it's not going to be fully, but there'll be some aspects to it. But Vietnam has also chosen a hybrid data architecture that blends centralized and decentralized components, Hugh said. Now, the NDA said that the network is a layer 1 permission blockchain with 49 publicly private validator nodes. Now, state agencies, including the NDA and the Ministry of Public Security, will operate these nodes. Companies like Sun Group, Zalo, Masan, Misa, Sobico, and VNVC will also play a role in securing the network. Now, permission blockchain networks are blockchains that include access control layers. This allows entities to have some measures of control over what actions the network participants can perform. It also adds a layer of security and control, making the blockchain centralized. Now, these nodes operators will share a distributed ledger for transaction records, smart contracts for automation, and identity verification modules linked to Vietnam's national identity system. Now, the platform runs on a proof of authority consensus protocol, enhanced with zero-knowledge proofs for security. Okay. Now, Vietnam adopts a decentralized identity solution. So in addition to transaction data, the NDA chain will also power NDA DIDs, which is a decentralized identity solution implemented by the NDA. Now, it will also be used to verify counterparty identity during transactions and allow service access and digital contract signing. Now, the Vietnamese government said that the NDA key application will allow users to verify identities in seconds, aiming to prevent scams and digital identity theft. So, okay, that's pretty cool to see this adoption go. And again, this is blockchain technology adoption happening. It's not just like cryptocurrency. It's like cryptocurrency is powered by blockchain. Like Bitcoin cannot run without the blockchain layer. It's kind of like a phone. This iPhone right here, it runs on the iOS system. So picture this iPhone is the cryptocurrency. So picture this is Bitcoin, and the iOS system is the blockchain. So the blockchain can run like on its own fine, even with the phone not here, it's still working. But if there was no blockchain, this phone is just a heavyweight. It wouldn't turn on, it wouldn't work, there would be nothing. It's just a hunk of metal and plastic right there. So it's like there is a difference between cryptos and blockchain, but I'm saying that like this is blockchain adoption, not just crypto. And again, so when blockchain adoption booms, so does crypto with it. So way to go, Vietnam, on trying this out. We'll probably see a little bit of other countries too, maybe roll out their own hybrid, centralized, decentralized chain that will govern their IDs, identity records, and all that. And again, blockchain just helps speed up the process of everything. Everything that was on our papers and so slow, go to the file cabinet, let me get hold of somebody. So blockchain just definitely helps speed up like this old traditional tasks and systems we've done. So way to go there. Now let's move on to some kind of bummer news in the crypto space and everything. Just like these are the downsides. Like there's always great news, like yay, blockchain adoption. Real estate's going to be taking on this role too, and then also companies buying Bitcoin. Great news out there. But then there's also some scams and hacks that go on. But we need to be aware of them so we do not fall for them. But it looks like an Arizona TikToker is being sentenced right now for aiding $17 million to a North Korean IT worker scheme. So the Arizona woman helped North Korean operators pose as U.S. IT workers and launder millions back to Pyongyang. So an Arizona TikTok influencer was handed a lengthy prison sentence on Thursday for helping North Korean operators fraudulently obtain remote IT jobs at hundreds of U.S. companies, part of a sophisticated scheme to fund the country's sanctioned weapons program. Now, Christina Marie Chapman was convicted in the District of Columbia for wire fraud conspiracy, aggravated identity theft, and money laundering conspiracy. She was sentenced to 8.5 years in prison, 3 years of supervised release, and ordered to forfeit more than $284,000 and pay restitution of $176,850. So yeah, don't do the crime if you don't want to do the time, am I right? But the North Korean regime has generated millions of dollars for its nuclear weapons program by victimizing American citizens, businesses, and financial institutions, said the FBI. Now, the Counterintelligence Assistant Director, Roman Rajowski, in a statement said, even an adversary as sophisticated as the North Korean government, they can't succeed without the assistance of willing U.S. citizens like Christina Chapman. Now, the case is yet another example of North Korea's covert attempts to infiltrate foreign companies, particularly in the tech and crypto sectors. Now, U.S. authorities say Pyongyang has deployed thousands of skilled IT workers worldwide who use false identities to secure remote jobs and either route earnings back to the regime or enable hackers to attack companies. Now, crypto platforms in particular have emerged as frequent targets, as planting workers is a way for the regime to find weaknesses in security and attack the crypto wallets of a company, according to Chainalysis. Now, North Korean linked hackers stole $1.34 billion in crypto in 2024 alone, a 21% increase over the previous year. Now, Chapman, a freelancer and influencer who had over 100,000 followers on TikTok, was initially approached by the North Korean operative via LinkedIn. Now, from around 2020, she assisted North Korean efforts by operating a laptop farm from her home, hosting computers sent by companies so that the IT workers could remotely access them while appearing to be inside the US. Now, authorities say she also shipped 49 devices to locations overseas, including multiple parcels to a Chinese city near North Korea. More than 90 laptops were seized from her home. Now, using the stolen or borrowed identities, the North Korean operatives earned millions of dollars with wages sent via direct deposits or forged payroll checks. Now, Chapman helped launder the money through her own accounts and then sent it abroad. The income was falsely reported under the names of real U.S. citizens to the IRS and Social Security Administration. Now, over several years, she helped North Korean workers secure jobs at over 300 U.S. firms, including Fortune 500 companies, a major television network, and an aerospace manufacturer and a Silicon Valley tech company. Now, 3 North Koreans also are charged alongside Chapman and remain at large. North Korean operators use a variety of deception techniques to obscure their origins, including VPNs, posing as people from other countries, and hiring others to front initial job interviews. Now, Fraser Edwards, the CEO and founder of the UK-based company Check, told Decrypt that the company had experienced several infiltration attempts and had noticed several red flags that pointed to North Koreans' involvement. Now, our CTO went back and looked at some of the records of interview tests, and when ostensibly European candidate was moving between windows, there were Korean characters on there, said Edwards. Another red flag was IP addresses always routing through proxies. They were deliberately trying to hide their identities all the way through. Now, Edwards and others say that North Koreans are now using European actors to handle early stage interviews or screening calls, making detection harder even when caught. Now, they often quickly pivot to new fake identity or job post. So this is more of like on a high alert for companies out there, tech companies, crypto companies, just like in their hiring process and teams. That's why like at the club here, like we only recommend certain like wallets and like platforms like you really should use out there, just because you don't want to risk using some small company who are like, yeah, they haven't vetted their employees so much. Could be a potential spy in there as well. So again, just be careful with like, yeah, companies out there, be careful on who you hire, because and also don't aid in other countries in doing crimes out there, because otherwise you'll get busted. Time never pays, or crime never pays. Just do the right thing, follow the rules, and you should be all good. Now let's continue on. What other stuff's going on right now? Ripple CEO warns of YouTube and XRP scams following all-time high surge. So I think there was a hack that went on their YouTube channel, but let's find out. With XRP up over 48% in the past month, increased retail interest has been accompanied by a wave of impersonation scams. Now, after the XRP hit a new all-time high earlier this week, the CEO of Ripple warned of scams targeting users of the cryptocurrency. XRP touched $3.65 earlier this week before retreating sharply, logging a 15% pullback over 3 days, according to data from CoinGecko. Now, trading volumes remain elevated, with more than $17.4 billion in XRP changing hands in the last 24 hours. Now, here's CEO Brad Garlinghouse saying, like clockwork with success and market rallies, scammers ramp up their attacks on the crypto community. Please be aware of the latest scams targeting the XRP family on YouTube and impersonating Ripple's official account. We'll keep reporting these, so please do the same. And then here is Ripple's first post, PSA. We've noticed an uptick in XRP scams on YouTube. Scammers are stealing accounts and then updating the page to impersonate Ripple's official account username. Reminder, Ripple or execs will never ask you to send us XRP or nothing. So I know there's a lot of XRP people out there. Just be aware of that, like with these online like scams, everything, like they're impersonating like YouTubers. So you may think you're seeing like the real guys on YouTube, and like they're gonna say, send us 1 XRP, we'll send you 2 back. Well, that's a small amount. They'll say, send us 100 XRP and we'll send you 200 back. It's more something along the lines like that. Just don't do it. Also, nobody's ever going to be reaching out to you. Like, this is everyone. I'm never going to be reaching out to you to ask for your seed phrase, or something's happened, you got to move your money here, go there. Just nobody's ever going to ask you to move your assets or funds elsewhere. So if you get a message like on Telegram, YouTube, someone's directing you to like a website, say, hey, you need to take your coins off here, don't. Take a step back, pause, and just like be aware that's a scam. And yeah, we don't want you to lose your money. So just be aware of this. Let's continue on with the article. The sell-off also coincide with a public alert from Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, who warned on Wednesday that scammers had hijacked YouTube accounts to impersonate Ripple and promote fake XRP giveaways. So again, like clockwork with success, market rally scammers still ramp up the crypto community. Now, Garlinghouse also retweeted the attention of the uptick of the XRP cams from Ripple, but it's been an easy target. Analysts believe that the surge in scam activity reflects a unique makeup of XRP holder base, which remain one of the largest and most active in the crypto community. XRP's demographics skew towards older retail investors who may be less familiar with crypto security practices. Ryan Yoon, senior analyst at Tiger Research, told Decrypt that this creates a systematic vulnerability. Scammers can exploit loyal digital literacy while also leveraging Ripple's corporate legitimacy to appear credible. Now, unlike other projects with younger, more security-aware communities, you notice that the XRP holder base represents a persistently attractive target for sophisticated social engineering attacks. So despite this, XRP holders have shown unusual conviction, resilience through years of regulatory pressure. Yoon said that, noting that many long-term investors entering the market at sub-$1 levels, and they also sustain movement beyond the $3 retest. While whether this philosophical commitment holds up, especially if institutional adoption doesn't accelerate to justify these valuations, he said, the current XRP trading is at $3.25, down down 2.7% of the day per data. And I think we've dipped even more a little bit. Hold on, let me go back to CoinMarketCap. Let's take a look at XRP price. We were at $3.03. So yeah, we've dipped since this article is ripped by another 20 cents there. Now, XRP status as one of the most visible and actively traded tokens makes it a natural target for such scams out there. Vincent Liu, chief investment officer at Cronus Research, told Decrypt that with the high visibility comes increased risk, especially during volatile price action moments. So for now, at least XRP's rally looks flow-driven, Liu said, adding that confirmed ETF is a major regulatory win and would be key to sustaining moves beyond just $3. And then on prediction markets, Murad, over 64% of users expect that an XRP ETF will be approved before a Litecoin ETF will. And again, that's just guessing out there. We'll see right there. Right now, the only ETFs we have are still believe Bitcoin and Ethereum. And, there have been talk about XRP, Solana, Sui, Litecoin ETFs coming. And who knows, they probably are on their way. But how long down the road? I don't know. Anytime soon? Maybe, maybe not. We just got to wait and find out. But this is the XRP news. Let's be careful out there for fake officials out there pretending to be real officials. So again, if anybody ever contacts you, just asking you for some tokens or asking you to go somewhere to protect your crypto, ban them, block them as a scammer out there. So just be aware of that. And then lastly in the news, looks like a crypto exchange, Woo, lost $14 million after a team member falls for the phishing attack. And that's kind of like what happened like with the XRP scams out there. Phishing attacks, they're trying to get at you to just provide you information. And looks like a exchange team member fell for this. So, ooh, that's bad. So crypto exchange Woo X loses 14 million after a team member falls for a phishing attack compromising 9 user accounts and development environment. So again, so even the exchange workers sometimes are working. That's why you want to stick with some people who really know what they're doing. But crypto exchange Woo X suffered a $14 million security breach on July 24th, 2025, after a team member's device was compromised in a target phishing attack that allowed unauthorized access to 9 users' accounts in the platform development environment. Dang it, Randy, you just got me thinking compromised, comprised. I feel like I mispronounce this word all the time. And Randy always points us out. So sorry if this is not how you say compromised. Or is it compromised? Compromised, that was the worst. I think I said it correct. Sorry, totally got sidetracked there. But the exploiter coordinated a series of unauthorized withdrawals from affected user accounts between 1350 UTC time and 1540. And that's when the attacks were discovered and halted. And then here is WooX's tweet posting about it and how it happened earlier today. Now, the exchange promises full compensation and security breaches as they multiply. So WooX temporarily suspended all withdrawals as a precautionary measure while conducting a complete forensic review of the incident. Now, the exchange confirmed it will fully cover all unauthorized withdrawals from the affected accounts and has already contacted the 9 impacted users. Now, while user funds and trading remain unaffected during the breach, the platform prioritized reopening withdrawals for all users after completing the security investigation. Now, the WooX incident adds to the devastating year for crypto security, with Web3 projects using $3.1 billion to exploits and scams. The first half of 25, according to Hack Security, but the biggest one was the BitX one, or the Bitfinex. That one had like the $1.7 billion or 2.2. Which one was it again? No, I forgot. But yeah, phishing attacks, though, are just, they're always going on around the space. CertiK report crypto investors lost more than 2.2 billion, while it reaches a low account for 1.7 billion. So like, this is why I cover these news articles out here. It's just like, we need to be aware of what scams look like so that way we do not fall for them. And again, I will always repeat and like just what the rules are for crypto community. It's like never keep your coins on exchanges. That's always one good one. Always take self-custody, but just be aware of crypto scams. No one's ever going to try to get a hold of you. If you have crypto in a self-custody wallet, you never provide any information to that company at all about like that wallet. So say you download the Exodus wallet, that was just a wallet you downloaded from the computer. You never provided a name, an email, a phone number, nothing. So if you got say an email to you saying it's claiming to be from Exodus, saying, oh, your wallet's been tampered with, go here, you should automatically know that it's like I never gave these guys my email or information. Like, so scam. So again, like when you take self-custody of your wallet, you never have to provide any information at all. You just write out a 12 or 24 word seed phrase, or you get provided with a private key, and that's it. That's the whole thing connecting you to your crypto on the blockchain. So you want to keep it safe, not give it to anybody, because that's how these scammers do it. When they fish for information off of you, they'll send you emails, messages, texts, maybe a phone call just saying, go here, put in your seed phrase or private key, and then they see your crypto. So just be aware of these scams. Like, I report on all these things that happen just so you know what they look like, and we just keep going over, and that hopefully you don't have to ever deal with a hefty learning experience, because there's always somebody who maybe lost a little bit or a lot, but it is a learning experience I usually don't want people to ever have to deal with. So let's learn from people's mistakes, follow the news, and that way we know what to do and what not to. But this is it for the show I got for you today, guys. It's Friday. Yes. So also, if you guys are in the Arizona area and want to meet Bitcoin Ben, yes, we're having a meetup in Scottsdale, Arizona. This is at Old Town at Pitch from 6 to 9. So yeah, mark your calendar, bring all your Bitcoin questions, and join us for the excitement. So yes, Bitcoin Ben is going to be there, and it's going to be a great time. And then yeah, he's just making his way up to the what's next? We have our Las Vegas grand opening again happening on August 2nd. So yeah, Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Las Vegas grand openings August 2nd. 160 West Wyoming Avenue. So again, like big fun events happening all over the United States right now. So again, if you're in Scottsdale, Arizona, attend the meetup tomorrow night. And then if you're in Las Vegas, happening next Saturday, our grand opening. So we can't wait to see you guys there. So everyone have a awesome weekend. I will be back Monday with more crypto news. And if you're in the area tonight at the Sarasota Bitcoin Bank Crypto Club, we have poker night here at 6 o'clock. So come join us for a fun tournament of Texas Hold'em. And this is $25. So very friendly. You're not going to lose a lot. So everyone have a great weekend, and we'll see you again on Monday. Peace.
In a world where your data is constantly under attack, one company stands for your digital freedom. Introducing Calyx Solutions, your gateway to ultimate online privacy and secure cryptocurrency trading. Meet the Liberty Laptop. With its modified OS and advanced tracking prevention, it's your shield against surveillance. Access restricted areas, use recommended security software, and browse with confidence. Your digital footprint? Virtually non-existent. For the crypto pros, we present the Crypto Laptop. Pre-configured on premium hardware for secure trading. Optimized for your favorite wallets and exchanges. It's the fortress your digital assets deserve. Both laptops come with expert individual training and support. You're never alone in your journey to digital empowerment. At Calyx Solutions, we put you in control. No more worrying about data breaches or compromised transactions. Ready to join the revolution? Visit calyxsolutions.io and choose your perfect laptop today. Plus, become an affiliate and earn while sharing the power of digital freedom. Calyx Solutions. Unlock your digital freedom. Give us a call or text at 702-845-8276 or visit us directly at calyxsolutions.io.